Good morning, everybody. It's Into Thin Air. It's September 4th, 2017. Right away, I have an updated image for you, a satellite image of IRMA, making its approach west towards the Leeward Islands, actually. Ventusky has another set of data for us, and as expected, it has changed drastically. Here we are. Alright, guys. So, Monday the 4th. Here is Tuesday, here's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday the 10th, and this is where the European models and the GFS are starting to agree. It's looking like the jet stream in the US and the high pressure here in the Atlantic are keeping this hurricane south. So now we have a lot of areas in Florida on watch. Guys, I understand this is changing every day, and that's why I'm doing daily updates. You can see just how drastic weather changes even in a couple days. Let's not forget we have Jose tailing Irma, and if you notice, if we go back, let's head back a couple days. See how Irma took that southern dip? We were talking about that a couple days ago, how it was going to make its dip south, and that was going to determine whether it was going to take a route into the Gulf, which I really don't think is going to happen. We're looking at, today at least, a Florida landfall as it moves north around Cuba. So these islands do play a role in turning this thing. Also, guys, really quick, I have this set up in Paint for you, just to explain our jet stream. The basic shape of it, it's our low. And right now it's looking something like this. As this changes and as this high pressure in the Atlantic changes, that's high, this is low. So basically think of it's getting forced into an area. Hurricanes out here, depending on where these guys are bouncing off each other, the shapes in here keep changing and it causes a path. So right now, because of this, the Ventusky site at least is showing the hurricane moving through Leeward Islands, then San Juan, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico before that, Haiti, and then up into Cuba, guys, and that's when they're expecting it to turn north. And by this time, it might have already hit the southern tip of Florida and will come right through the heart of Florida. Now, this is not a video to start getting people to panic. Florida is the closest place in the US right now, so guys, it's always good to have a plan in place. I'm not telling anyone to go spend a ton of money and buying generators and this and that, but even on the news today, I saw places in Florida stocking water, getting prepared. They're already giving out warnings in the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, this entire area. So this is why I keep stressing that at least once a day we need to check this out, and then once it's closer to Florida, it's got to be watched constantly throughout the day, which I will be doing. I will be covering this non-stop as much as I possibly can. Let's get back to the Ventu site, and now let's move forward again and see exactly where they have this thing going today. That's wild. It's going to make possible landfall here, which may weaken it. We got to remember this is warm water, guys, so it's going to stay strong in this area. We were talking about how if it swooped up to the north, the second it got around here, it hits colder water and it weakens. But Hurricane Sandy was a Category 1, possibly a 2, when it hooked left, and we saw what kind of damage that did as a smaller storm. Again, a big factor is what's going on in the Atlantic Ocean and our jet stream, which is constantly changing. We're actually getting a low that's going to bring in some cold weather, but that's for another video. So let's zoom in a little. And this is for the 9th, and then watch the northern move, guys. There we go. So now we're saying by Monday the 11th, this is where Irma is said to be, and as you saw, it made this northern hook. That's the direction it's more than likely going to travel. Now again, there's still spaghetti models showing. Sorry guys, I'm doing this live with you. So these are the current spaghetti models. There's many readings for this. So some of them still have this thing turning up into North South Carolina, and if you look at these shallow lines here, there's even some models that still have this thing shooting straight up, possibly into the New York area. Hopefully, if it comes up at this angle, it'll just go back out to sea. That's where the storm Jose is going to play a part, because it will affect where this hurricane goes. Okay, what else do I got for you? Here's another satellite image. This is a Navy observatory website. Sorry guys, still a little early for me today. Very cool images. Let's see if I could zoom in on this a little. Yeah, see, these are the images I'm going to start focusing on. We can really get a good idea of the clouds and how far the bands come out. Because we all know these bands coming out, they do a lot of damage depending on the strength of the storm at the time. And guys, it's still growing. So we're expecting this to be a Cat 4 by Wednesday. Around 140 mile per hour ground winds, okay? So that's no joke. That's a big deal. Right now it's moving west, 14 miles an hour. And then, like I said, once it gets closer to Florida, it's expected to make a northern hook. So as of right now, for now, guys, all this stuff about it heading towards Houston, I wouldn't rule it out, but I wouldn't be going nuts over that, because a lot of the models are coming together and showing this thing one way or another hooking north. We're just trying to find out whether it's going to be before Florida or if it's going to hook north right at the tip of Florida. So that's what we're looking at. The barometric pressure has been dropping, which means the storm's getting stronger. They were finally able to send recon planes to this hurricane. It was actually too far away for them to fly to it. So once it got close enough, they were able to send the airplanes. And what I have here is, as of last night, the pressure was 961, which was lower. Much lower than it was yesterday. Okay, here's the chart with the barometric pressure. Okay, so it actually went lower. It went to 947 overnight, around midnight, it looks like. So it's dropping, guys. It's getting stronger. Here's a small little animation of it, NOAA. It's coming, guys. It's crunch time. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, we're done with that. Let me back out of here a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, even after IRMA moves up into the States, here's Jose. Look at that. They have Jose whipping out by the 13th back out to the ocean already. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on this. Hopefully that's exactly what happens. Boy, oh boy, does this stuff change big time. Alright, guys. Let me track this back one more time here. And one more time. Move forward. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Alright guys, so like I said, I don't want to draw this out too long. Those of you in Florida, Miami, a lot of talk about Miami lately. Again, I'm not telling people to go out and start spending money and boarding up your windows, because we simply just do not know yet. You've seen, following my videos, how drastic this changes. But again, these models are coming together and they're starting to agree that this is the path more than likely this thing is going to take. So again, I stress the fact the next 2-3 days are going to be critical on what kind of angle this thing takes. North South Carolina, certainly not out of the woods. Please keep an eye on this. Spaghetti models still show a possibility of it heading up towards New York. And also with Jose behind it, that will become a concern. Alright guys, again, it's 8:42 a.m. on September 4th. I will have another update later today. And guys, once again, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I'm going to be using more satellite images so we can actually look at this thing moving. Alright, and then we'll also have a better idea on the jet stream and the high pressure system out here in the Atlantic, because that will determine where this thing goes. Guys, thank you for sticking with me. I will be in touch soon. Take care.